Good morning. Is North Korea preparing for a defensive war or some sort of war? Since, according to Pravda, the Russian newspaper, Kim Jong-un ordered 25% of Pyongyang residents to leave the city immediately. So it's 600,000 people, and I think it says somewhere here that there's not enough space in the bomb shelters for everybody, for the entire population of the North Korean capital. So 600,000 people, mostly individuals with criminal records, will have to leave Pyongyang to let others use bomb shelters. I think sounds high. If all those people have criminal records, I guess you get a criminal record easily if you say something bad about the establishment there or something like that. Well, that's another story. So China supposedly sent 150,000 troops North Korea's border, and here Business Insider says something like because North Korea is possibly going to make some nuclear test or something. I don't know. This doesn't really explain why, but it sounds like if Pravda is correct and Pyongyang is evacuating, and if this news is correct that China actually sent these troops there, obviously something is up, and it doesn't sound good. But I've heard this story so many times, North Korea is going to do a nuclear test or a missile test, and the media, the international media, is all like, oh no, there's gonna be another war, or something, and usually nothing happens. I think it's more like blustering. But if this time, I thought this was Putin for some reason, whatever. If this time Pyongyang is actually evacuating a huge portion of its people, and if China sent these troops, then something might be up. But Express said that, also reports this news. It was just 2 hours ago. Yeah, it was 2 hours ago reported this news. Why are there stuff here? Is there to distract you from the actual, news? So yeah, that's one reason why I despise the mainstream media, but that's beside the point. So yeah, here it says that Kim Jong-un has ordered residents of the country's capital Pyongyang to leave the city immediately, sparking fears he may be preparing for war. And it says tension escalate between North Korea and United States. Here it says on Saturday there's Day of the Sun, and it's the 105th birthday anniversary of Kim Il-sung, the founding president of North Korea. And also there's supposed to be some big event today, foreign journalists or something in Pyongyang have been told Zero Hedge reported on it. North Korea tells foreign journalists to prepare for a big event on a Thursday, and no indications it was directly linked to tensions in the region over isolated states' nuclear weapons program. Maybe North Korea is going to release, they have a iron cannon or something like that. We've been told to be ready to move out at 6:20 a.m., but no idea why. Also, no cell phones allowed. Here is the tweet. So I don't know. I'm not quite sure what this is about, but like since just last week, or wait, was it this week? I'm confused. But anyway, I think it was last week. Trump missiled the airfield in Syria, and now this North Korea stuff. I think something is definitely up. Like they're scheming something, and I don't know who. Like and Trump had a meeting with Xi Jinping, the president or prime minister of China, fairly recently. And I think Xi Jinping was also in Finland. I don't know if it matters, but I'm Finnish, so it's interesting. But anyway, I think they are like, if China sent these troops to the North Korean border, I think this has something to do with the meeting with Trump, between Xi Jinping and Trump. So maybe they are like, I think the most logical conclusion would be that Trump is going to attack North Korea, and China is sending these troops to block refugees from flooding from North Korea to China. But I don't know, it might be that this is some sort of like a ploy, a stratagem to mislead the enemy, whoever the enemy is, because I don't know who Trump really is working for. Like nowadays everybody says he's a neocon, but maybe not. I'm not convinced of that yet. Like he might be working for another faction with a different goals, and maybe those goals will be even worse or better than the neocons. But yeah, anyway, like, and the Express even, it says that China scrambles 25,000 extra troops in North Korea and puts country on nationwide alert. This is just 2 hours ago as well. So it's like, I guess it's additionally to the 150,000, and it's 25,000 more. And anyway, here is even this. Do you think tensions with North Korea could spill over and cause World War III? Yes, no. Yes, Kim Jong-un is a loose cannon. How about Donald Trump is a loose cannon, or something like that? I like how they always frame this, and it's also like they have this, the media have this hierarchy of who is a bad guy and who is a good guy. Like normally, like at least 3 months ago, they would have said like, oh, Trump is he's a misogynist, loose cannon, whatever, warmonger or whatever. But now it's like, because North Korea is even worse, like they're even more sinful, so now Kim Jong-un is a loose cannon. But yeah, that's why, like, if these reports are true, it looks sort of like there might be some war between America, China, North Korea. Of course, South Korea would be dragged into it as well. But I don't know. I think this is just like something big is gonna happen. They are planning something, like Trump. These two guys are planning something. Who knows who is? I don't know. Like maybe Putin is also in cahoots with them, or maybe they are scheming against Russia. And I don't know what is Israel's role in all of this. I think that I hope they're gonna, let's say, I hope Trump really wants to lessen the influence of IPAC and the Israel lobbies in America. I hope this is what he is doing. I don't know, but I'm not convinced that there actually is going to be war with North Korea, like not right now, because I've seen so many stories over the years, like North Korea has some sort of important anniversary, and then there's talks of a nuclear test missile launch, something like that, and the media is up in arms about it, like, oh no, North Korea is going to do something, but usually nothing happens, especially not when the media announces it in, like, beforehand. It's more like they're just trying to create fear and panic so people would buy their magazines and newspapers and shit. But yeah, I certainly don't want North Korea to be attacked or anything. It's not that well, I do have some sympathies for North Korea, but I certainly don't think like it's some sort of paradise or it's not it wouldn't be my favorite place to live, certainly, although I haven't been there, but like, because I do think there are some redeeming qualities, because you always, like, it's one of those places where you usually hear only like negative feedback, like Iran, since they're the axis of evil, like in the mainstream media you only hear negative stories, but like there's some, and I do hate communism, but for a communist country, North Korea seems to have, some redeeming qualities. Like, it's very nationalistic. It's ethnically homogeneous, probably the most homogeneous country in the world, or at least one of the most. And they're not accepting Syrian refugees, or, well, just refugees from pretty much any place as long as you claim you're Syrian, and they aren't getting raped, like their women aren't getting raped by the refugees. And I don't think that people there, their highest concern isn't LGBT rights or any crap like that. I think they have like more reasonable concerns. And yeah, of course, North Korea has the Juche ideology, which emphasizes like independence and sovereignty, and doesn't want to be part of the neoliberal system, the capitalist system, where everybody is just basically slave to the banks and corporations, or so they have their independence in some sense, like, they're not part of any European Union or Asian Union or any crap like that. So I think there is some good in them. Like, of course, they have a lot of problems. I'm not denying that, but it's, I just, I don't want them to get blown to pieces. And of course, it wouldn't be good for South Korea either, because it would probably escalate, and maybe Seoul would get bombed, and I know some people in Seoul, so I wouldn't want that to happen either. But anyway, that's just my views on the possibility of attacking North Korea, and I don't like it, but I'm still not convinced that's gonna happen. But it might, like, if Pyongyang actually did evacuate those people, something is gonna happen. But I guess we'll see in a few days if there's gonna be war or not.